What's up, my know-it-alls? Well, today we're diving into the action-packed world of The Beekeeper, a film that's buzzing in the theaters right now. Let's break it down know-it-all style. The Beekeeper, starring Jason Statham, is a throwback to the golden era of 90s action movies, echoing the styles of legends like Schwarzenegger and Van Damme. In this film, Statham plays Mr. Clay. Now, Mr. Clay's a character blending the literal role of a beekeeper with the figurative role of a retired assassin, part of a secret organization known as, wait for it, the Beekeepers. Because what's a 90s throwback without a secret organization? The film's storyline revolves around Statham's character seeking vengeance against a group of morally repugnant scammers after they target someone close to him. You know, we've heard this story before. The movie really nails its casting, especially for the antagonists. Characters like David Witz as Garnet and Josh Hutcherson as Derek Danforth, the vice president of a data mining company and the son of the president of the United States, stand out with their really despicable traits. The film itself is directed by David Ayer, who uses these characters to create a clear divide between good and evil, reminiscent of the classic action thrillers. While The Beekeeper does not delve really deeply into the moral complexities, and it kind of opts more for a straightforward narrative of justice, it manages to entertain with its high-energy action sequences. Statham's character, staying true to the style of the film, refuses to use firearms in favor of more, we'll call them creative methods like fists, feet, ropes, cords, and gasoline pumps, adding a truly unique flair to the action scenes. However, the film isn't without its flaws. Critics have noted that its secondary plot lines, including the story of FBI agent Verona Parker, don't add much to the overall narrative. Furthermore, the film tends to shy away from deeper societal commentary, focusing more on individual villainy rather than the systemic issues. Yet, at its core, The Beekeeper is a satisfying watch for those who crave the nostalgic action of the 90s. So there you go. Now you know. And if knowing is half the battle, you're halfway to being a know-it-all yourself. What's an all index for The Beekeeper? All things considered, The Beekeeper rather delivers it's a fun retro action experience. It may not be a cinematic masterpiece, but it sure proves, or at the very least knows, how to keep you on the edge of your seat. My know-it-all index rating for this film, I'm gonna give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's a ride worth taking for any fan of classic action thrillers. Comment below. Let me know what you thought about the movie if you've seen it. Although, with that out of the way, let's talk pros and cons of The Beekeeper, starting with the pros. The Beekeeper really nails that nostalgic 90s action movie vibe. It's like a delightful trip down memory lane for anyone who grew up watching Schwarzenegger or Van Damme flicks. Jason Statham as Mr. Clay fits perfectly into this old school action hero mold. He's the kind of protagonist who speaks more through actions than words, delivering that raw physical performance we often miss in modern cinema. The action sequences are creative, especially since this character prefers unconventional methods over guns, which adds totally a fresh twist to the typical action movie formula. Plus, the casting, especially of the villains, is spot on. They're the kind of bad guys you love to hate, which kind of adds to the charm. Okay, now, on to the flip side. The cons of The Beekeeper are noticeable. While the film does a great job of reviving the essence of 90s action, it sometimes misses the mark in terms of narrative depth. The storyline can feel scattered at times, making it a bit challenging to stay fully engaged with the plot, and some secondary characters and subplots don't really add up to much or go anywhere, but they don't necessarily enhance the film's narrative or emotional impact. Critically speaking, the movie tends to avoid deeper social commentary. It sticks to the bad apples narrative rather than exploring systemic issues, which might disappoint viewers looking for more than just that really surface stuff. Overall, it's very surface level action and revenge. Sort of this aspect makes the film feel a bit shallow in parts, especially when you consider the potential it had to sort of delve into more meaningful themes. In essence, The Beekeeper is a mixed bag. It's a treat for those who love straightforward action and a nod to the classics, but it might not satisfy viewers seeking sort of a movie with a bit more substance and complexity in its storytelling. So that's the rundown on the pros and cons. It's a film that brings back the spirit of the 90s action genre, but don't expect it to break new ground in terms of narrative depth or social commentary. Whatever your thoughts are, jump down in the comments and let's discuss. Until next time, never forget, everyone loves a know-it-all.